really showed why their connection is virtually unstoppable on a good day. His routes and deep speed were as dangerous as ever, of course, but it was his reading of coverages both before and after the snap that stood out even more. Take this 12-yard catch early in the first quarter as an example. Luck and Hilton used the short dummy motion from Jack Doyle as a way to read the coverage before the snap, and with Kevin Byard tracking Doyle the whole way, they know that it's likely going to be man-to-man. The play itself is a pretty standard bootleg with a high-low progression, Hilton on the out route and Ebron in the flat underneath, and on that high-low progression, Luck is supposed to read the route combination from deep to short as he's rolling out. Now, as I said, he knows it's man coverage because of that motion from Doyle, so he knows that Hilton is going to have to run that route a very particular way against man coverage to get open. But because the way that route is run is changing, that will also influence how long Luck holds the ball and where he places it on the boundary. The entire timing of the play is now different against a man coverage look than it would be against a zone coverage look. Pay really close attention to how Hilton sets up and then beats Adoree Jackson here. He's releasing hard outside off the snap and widening himself towards the numbers, while Jackson gets a hand on the back of his shoulder and starts trying to squeeze him into the boundary, just as he should be doing. That's perfect man coverage technique, by the way, so I'm not going to fault him at all for that. Hilton's one job on this play is to get to a particular spot at a particular time so that Luck can deliver the ball in rhythm, but before he can do that, he has to lose Adoree, who is playing really good technique. Above all, he has to give himself a window to get to that spot at that time, and that's why he released outside, because it's all part of his mind game to open up that window later in the route. After Hilton gets to his width at the numbers, watch him then turn upfield and start to work back into Jackson's body while throwing a hand up into his ribcage. This is a common move that receivers do when they're trying to get a corner who is covering them from inside leverage off of them while they cut back inside and underneath that leverage. So as soon as Hilton is bending that route slightly upfield and throwing that arm into Jackson's ribs, Jackson is now thinking that this route is stemming or breaking back inside. And because of that, he starts flipping his hips around to play that inside break while shooting his eyes over to the quarterback. Again, he has not been looking at Luck this entire time, so he has no idea that it's a bootleg until this exact moment. As soon as Adoree turns those hips around, that's when Hilton knows he's got him, and he finally snaps the route off towards the boundary for the catch and first down. You literally cannot run this route better than this, and Luck was holding the ball the entire time waiting for it to develop because against tight, technically sound man coverage, it naturally takes longer for Hilton to work himself open to that spot. If Adoree had just bailed to a deep zone coverage and not put his hands on anyone, Hilton could have just easily speed cut the route to the sideline underneath him, and Luck would have had to throw the ball a little bit earlier and a bit flatter to allow Hilton to work back to it. But different routes have to be run and thrown in different ways based on how the defense is playing them, and both Luck and Hilton get that better than almost any other duo in the league. Whether it's snapping off